what direction has come from central, of course, we are going to implement.
Thank you.
Right from the beginning, we were against the CAA at its CAB or the bill stage also. And I personally, at then as President of the Ganamukti Parishad, registered, filed a writ in Supreme Court. Still it is waiting for the hearing. And it is not only for the state of Tripura, for the entire northeastern region. Why? Why? Because this region has already suffered out of this huge inflation. Here in Tripura, the majority become minority. And because of that, series of political, social, cultural, some, what to say, developments are taking place here. Anyway, that is the past history. Now, whatever our size, whatever our population, we agreed to coexist and maintain our faith. In this situation, while some sort of the, what to say, atmosphere of the friendship, brotherhood, and understanding has developed. At this situation, now this CAA, it will further provoke that situation of further inflection from the Bangladesh. And already, you have rightly said, every day in and day out, there are incidents of the illegal migration from Bangladesh. Even the Rohingyas also, they are passing through the Tripura to the other part of the country. So it should happen. It is not only for the tribal people. I don't say only for the tribal people. For the entire population of the Northeast. Either they are Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, tribal or non-tribal. For them, it will invite further jeopardy, further political turmoil. So central government should not be so hurry. And you have seen why the central government has become or prompted to implement it. The CA notification, it was issued on the day of the verdict of the electoral bond, only to divert that issue, to hide the ugly face of the BJP. And now, while the entire country, now we are passing through the model code of conduct, election process, and now in hurried manner this is done means it will invite multiple, that is what say, the kind of the discrepancies. So government should refrain and the sentiment of the people of this region, not only Tripura alone, entire Northeast, to scrap this CAA, it should be taken care of. And definitely now, after the 4th June, when Modi government would not be there, definitely there would be very pivotal and important step or action on this CAA.
It's not that we don't feel the oppression that is taking place against the religious minorities in Pakistan, Afghanistan, or in Bangladesh. But this cannot be the solution to issue Indian citizenship to those foreigners who are religious minorities in those foreign countries. That cannot be the base of issuance of citizenship certificate. And it will be a never-ending process. Once it commences, it will be never. Now they have notified. those religious minority people living in Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan, etc. Those who have settled down or those who have come down to India on or prior to 31st December 2014, they will be given the Indian citizenship. Now, that cannot be the deadline. Once this process commences, this is bound to encourage those oppressors in those foreign countries to make a mayhem against them, the religious minorities in those foreign countries, those who are still living there. Now, once after a few years, once those who are residing in Bangladesh, Pakistan, or Afghanistan, they come and approach, you have to extend the date from 2014 to 2024. What should be the role of the Indian government? Because it is giving a wrong signal to those fundamentalist forces in those foreign countries to furthermore torture and oppress the religious minorities in those countries. They want to grab their property, land, etc. over there. So that cannot be the solution. Number one. Number two is they'll be at par with the son of the soil, those who are born and brought up in India. They'll be having the same right, same liberty. So that cannot, and they will be having a share on our GDP. The demography of many states is bound to change, like in our state, where there are indigenous population is further going to reduce once the influx of those Bengalis of Bangladesh who will be given the Indian citizenship certificate. Obviously, the ratio of the tribes in Tripura is further going to go down. I am afraid this might give birth once again to armed rebellion groups. My cause of concern is the demography is going to change abruptly. This might be, once again, we are inviting a chaotic situation, and we are inviting furthermore an armed rebellion in a state like Tripura, where after a long span of time, normalcy has been restored. So that cannot be the solution. But the government, the present government at the center, has done all this just with keeping an eye of the electoral benefits, foregoing the interest of the country and the countrymen. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Yes, we are aware that the government of Tripura too is going ahead with the CEA, and many other states already, in one or two states already, issuance of 15 or 17 Indian certificates have been handed over to those just with electoral mileage in the midst of the election. They are going ahead with it because they are feeling the pain, because the shoe is hard. These are all bullshit. Fine. Settlement will not take place in the TTADS area. What? But the demography is going to change. The ratio of which at the present the indigenous people is going to change. Those people are going to have a stake on our country's GDP. We are not in a position. Our people, those who are born and brought up, those are the son of the soil, we are unable to give a share to them of the GDP. And you are inviting furthermore people, those who are basically foreigners, in the name of religion. So Tripura Matha is keeping quiet because the Supremo, who happens to be a money monger, he has been asked to shut his mouth because of these wrongdoings that is going to happen. And I believe all the legislators and functionaries of the Tripura Matha, they are not going to echo the voice of the Tripura Matha Supremo, who is completely being purchased and who has sold himself out to the BJP.